Welcome to Pressing Matters. I'm your host, Jamal Radio Raheem. Now, Pressing Matters is a show about vinyl records. It's your favorite show. Now, sometimes I'm interviewing guests, sometimes I'm going to a record store, but this one is different because I'm getting interviewed by my sister. Now, this episode was recorded a long time ago, and I finally got around to editing it. So, check it out. Tell me what you think, and I'll catch y'all next week with another episode to step two. Peace out.
What is a vinyl that makes you think of childhood?
So I didn't just grab one vinyl, I grabbed multiple vinyls to talk about it. First one, Tupac, All Eyes on Me. This one's pretty obvious. This shit was always playing. We go to like a family gathering or anything like that. We're from California, so All Eyes on Me. It's obvious that that one got played. Sweat by Nelly. Because I got this album on CD one year for Christmas, and I got the Carter 2 as well. And that memory is so vivid. And I don't know why I remember those two gifts in particular, but I got Sweat. I didn't get Soup. I got Sweat. So that sticks out. And I think the Carter 2 that I had was edited. So I don't think it had like color and stuff like that. And I had to go on LimeWire to get the other ones. And then the last one is Confessions because I was like 7th or 8th grade when this came out.
I was about to say, you're pretty...
Like, yeah, crying. Like, this is when I started liking girls. This album, I really like girls. Like, you know, it wasn't
oh my God.
So Confessions definitely reminds me of my childhood. But yeah, those are the three albums. There's obviously more albums, but those are the three from like that immediately came to my mind.
Yeah. No,
question.
That Tupac one is literally you could have just did that one and have been right on the money. That's hilarious. That's cool. I didn't know you got the Nelly album for Christmas. That's cool. Okay. What is the most valuable vinyl you have? And most valuable meaning like importance to you, not monetary value.
So, I mean, I answered it in both ways. So I got multiple vinyls, so answering it both ways. So money-wise, this album, The Minstrel Show by Little Brothers, I know there's like a glare, but The Minstrel Show by Little Brothers, because this vinyl is going for a crazy amount, because I don't know if they pressed it anymore. I think I got this at like a garage sale or something too. Like, but this is for vinyl was like popular. So this one is definitely worth a lot of money. I kind of damaged it, but I would probably never sell it anyways. I damaged the cover of it, like the back is like this.
Yeah.
But this goes for a lot. Like I could still get a lot of money for that one. And then Chronocopia by Tyler, the Creator. That this just came out. Oh, I had it the wrong way. This just
I was like, wow, what such a blank
I mean, it's still blank. It's just green. It's literally nothing on this. But this is going to be worth a lot more money because it doesn't have it has an added song and it also has different versions of certain songs. So Sticky doesn't have Glorilla's verse. It has an extra Tyler verse.
Oh, okay.
The Thought I Was Dead doesn't have Schoolboy Q. It has Playboy Cardi. Like I looked at how much this album is going for. Like if I was to sell it today, and it's going for like $110.
For vinyl?
For that album alone. So I'm like, oh, over time that album's just going to become more expensive because it's limited release. Like that one in particular, because I'm sure he's going to press the album eventually, but it's not going to have. It's going to be like the actual album. It's not going to be that version of it. Yeah. And the one that means the most to me is Friday Night Lights by J. Cole. My favorite mixtape ever. This is when I really became a J. Cole fan. Like, I've never seen this in person until I went to Portland, and I was super excited to, like, I was geeked. I was like smiling from like, oh shit. Like, I paid a lot for it, and this isn't even like an official, like it's never actually been pressed on vinyl, like, because they couldn't, like it just got on streaming like a couple weeks ago. or a
Damn.
couple months ago.
That's true. Yeah.
So like some of these songs weren't even like pressed, and it sounds perfect, you know, it sounds fine. But this one to me has the most value because it's like one of my favorite just albums slash mixtapes ever. So
Yeah.
this one for sure. Yeah.
That's solid. What's a vinyl you think everyone should own? And I'm very curious about what you're about to, what
Well,
you're
I went with two pretty generic ones. I
Okay.
basically went like a starter pack, like if somebody was just going to get started.
Yeah.
I went with Thriller because who
Solid.
doesn't like Thriller?
Solid.
Number one,
Yeah.
and also you can find this album literally everywhere. Target, Walmart, every record store. It's not expensive. Like, unless you're getting like a limited edition of this album,
Yeah.
you can get it anywhere. Like, you can get it for as low as like $12. It's not expensive. Like, I don't even think I think I paid $15 for it. And I got a brand new copy. So this album, and then it's also like, it has bangers like Beat It, Thriller, Wanna Be Starting Something, like Human Nature. Like, there's not a bad song, and I just think it's universally loved. You just gotta have it. I think if you're a collector, you just gotta have Thriller. And if for hip hop, I went with Good Kid, Mad City. I went with Good Kid, Mad City because I guess for my age group, this album is like the album for my age group. Like, when you think about hip hop for people who are like 30 to like 33, 30 to 35, it's this album that like stands out. I think everybody should have this album, and I don't think this is his best album. I think To Pimp a Butterfly is his best album, but I think this one is like, you gotta have it. You gotta have this album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's universally loved. I have 2 copies of this album actually.
This album came out what, your late teens or early 20s?
It came out in 2012, I think.
Oh, okay. So you're 20.
2012. So I was 20. Damn.
Damn.
Now that album's 22 years old. But yeah, it came out 2012. So like early 20s. And I was like going to concerts too. This is the crazy thing. I've seen Kendrick before he blew up. Like multiple times before he blew up.
Yeah.
So like to see where he is now, I would have never predicted that. Like I remember seeing him for $15. Like we went to go see him for $15.
Damn.
Like Ticket Web, you know that site, Ticket Web or whatever? I bought a ticket for $15. And then we printed a ticket out.
What? Whoa! Those are
the
back in the day. Copies of tickets that don't even exist anymore.
That's his, like most of the artists that I guess I highlighted in this one. All of them, like, well, besides like Tupac, like they all blew up, and it's crazy to see it because like when you're in like as a kid, you don't see these people as like superstars and like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the albums I think that everybody should own. There's obviously more albums, but yeah, more albums.
Obviously. All right, because you could literally go genre by genre. Like this is just an overall.
Yeah, I was gonna add like a rock album. It was gonna be Nirvana, but I don't know. Last time I posted that album because it has a naked baby.
That's
I got an account violation.
Yeah.
My account it was like threatened to get like suspended. So I said, no, not that album. Because all the other rock albums
I totally forgot they had that on their cover.
Yeah, they need to come up with an alternative.
That's crazy. Back in the day, they was doing whatever the fuck. But anyway,
album got me flagged. Almost got my account taken down. So,
okay. So, what advice would you have for anyone who's just like first getting into collecting vinyls?
Okay, I have a lot of advice. I wrote these actually down. So the first one is buy what you want. Buy what you want. There's always going to be those snobs on the internet that are like, oh, you're buying from Urban Outfitters or you're buying from Walmart or you're buying from Target or whatever. buy what you want. If you like it, buy it. It don't matter what anybody else thinks. It's your money. Spend it how you want to spend it. You know what I'm saying? Buy what you want, but also do your research. So if I'm looking for an album, right? Go on like a Discogs or look on the internet, see which one's cheaper, like see like how much it's actually going for. Because they would trick you. It's capitalism at the end of the day. So like for instance, that Michael Jackson album, you shouldn't pay more than $20 for that album. Like if somebody's selling to you for $35 and stuff like that, they trying to get over on you. They're trying to get like newbies and stuff like that. So I would say do your research. Always do your research before buying certain albums. Yeah, like check Discogs. Always check Discogs. I would say be patient because albums always get repressed. If you didn't get an album on Record Store Day, don't worry. You will get that album eventually. I had somebody try to upsell me on a Nicki Minaj record. Yep, Scotty, because I didn't get it on Record Store Day, and they got multiple copies on Record Store Day. Record stores, stop letting people do that, by the way. And they tried to sell it to me in the parking lot for a crazy amount.
Stop.
And part of me was like, you a hoe for that, but also like, nah, I can just be patient. And every time I go to a record store, I see that album. I'm not buying it now because my feelings towards Nicki Minaj, but eventually I'll probably get it because I think it's still a great project. But be patient. Like I got a Childish Gambino, what is it called? Kauai. That was also a Record Store Day release that I didn't get on Record Store Day.
Just for people who don't understand what Record Store Day is, can you give a little context? Because if these are newbies, you know, they might not know.
So Record Store Day is a day where new releases and limited edition and a whole bunch of different type of record, they happen. It's usually in April. The first one's in April. It's getting to the point where it's getting too big. And they do it like Black Friday and, you know, but it's a day where all like record companies, albums get pressed and people gather and try to find these albums. There's limited releases on some of these. Some of them are just albums that got pressed for the first time. So it's like a regular vinyl. You can get it eventually. It just got pressed for the first time. Sometimes the special edition is like 10-year anniversary of this album, 20-year anniversary of this album. And I'll have like demo tracks and shit like that. But this is a day that they celebrate records. It's a short answer to that. But where was I? Oh, lastly, buy used records. Buy used records and check the bargain bins. I understand there are people who are like, oh, I want everything new and stuff like that. That's cool. But sometimes these records new can also be messed up. Like obviously before you buy it, like expect the record and look at it and stuff like that. But it's okay to buy used records. They sound just as good. In fact, sometimes they sound better because the older records, they sound better on the record player to me. So it's okay to buy used records, but I'm gonna just leave it with those ones because I feel like I gave a lot already. But buy what you want. It's your money. Spend it at the end of the day too. Don't let nobody tell you what to do with your money.
Period. You know, just pay your bills.
Pay your bills though.
Pay your bills. Do whatever else.
Don't buy records and not be able to pay rent. Now that's crazy, but
priorities first, then
take care of your needs first. But buy what you want. Like there's this video, I stitched it too. And I think the creator like got my shit taken down because they hoes. But she was like critiquing people who were like, oh, buying Taylor Swift vinyls and stuff like that. And I was just like, you're such a hater and miserable as a person that you're critiquing somebody for buying their favorite artist.
Right.
Why are you getting mad that they bought albums of their favorite artist? That's their favorite artist. They like Taylor Swift. You don't have to like her. they like her, so they're going to buy her vinyl.
Yeah.
That just
Let
makes
people
sense.
be.
Like I like if Kendrick drops a vinyl, even if the album doesn't come out, 9 times out of 10, I'm pre-ordering that shit. Same thing with J. Cole. Same thing with Beyonce, to be honest.
Yeah.
If I don't like it, I can always sell it.
True.
9 times out of 10, though, I like it. They make the music I like.
I like it.
Stop critiquing people on what the fuck they like.
Yeah, that's weird. Just let people be.
Let them be.
I never understood that. Like, is it hurting your pockets? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, my last question. If you were stuck on a deserted island and you could only bring 5 albums with you, what are you bringing?
All right, I'm gonna do
That's hard. Oh,
disclaimer. That's in this moment right now.
okay.
How I'm feeling
Answers
right
change.
now.
Answers change.
My answers definitely changed.
Okay, but is there one that you choose every time?
Yes.
Okay.
That's probably gonna be the last one I show.
Okay.
Actually, it's not gonna be the last one I show because I just grabbed them and they're in a random order. First one, Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder. To me, you can make a case this is the greatest album of all time.
I love Stevie.
This has, to me, the greatest R&B song ever. As you can argue with your mama, but it's the greatest R&B song of all time. This one, it's probably going to always be on my list if I'm on a desert island or anywhere. To be honest, I think the album is that wonderful, and it's Stevie Wonder. Like, come on,
can't go wrong.
Leanne LaHavis, self-titled album. This is the album that I got over the pandemic. Shout out to Colors, the YouTube channel. I found out about her and I listened to all of her music and was like, oh shit, she's so talented. Bittersweet is a phenomenal song. Like the whole album is just fantastic.
Beautiful.
This is one of my cleaning albums. If I'm like cleaning, I put this album on the record player. You only got to switch the side like once, it's quick listen, easy listen. There are some songs that make you be in your feelings, but that's okay to be. So this one is on my desert island for show. I don't know if I grabbed 5. Oh, I did. Okay. Lupe Fiasco's The Cool.
Oh, okay.
This is one of my favorite hip hop albums. I think this is damn near a perfect album. The only critique I have is the sequences of it. I will move the last song probably after Paris, Tokyo. And then it flows perfectly. But the last song, you can clearly tell he put that on because the record company made him. I know he did because I saw him in concert and he said it.
Oh my God.
They made him put it on there. And it made sense, but this is one of my favorite albums. I saw him on the tour for the 10-year anniversary of this album. Or it might have been 20-year anniversary of this album, now that I'm thinking about it.
Damn, 20 years.
But yeah, this album's fantastic. It's fantastic. Next album, yes, A Seat
I don't
at
know
the
if I
Table
could take that with me.
by Solange. This album,
Such a good album.
is just so black. And honestly, like if you know me, this album pretty much explains me in a great way. I just think that I need something that's blackity black on there. And I don't want it to be blackity black like rap. You know what I mean? I don't want no thug stuff. I don't want no like fight the power.
Yeah.
I want to be kind of sad, but like in a soft way,
A little vulnerability.
Yeah, I think this album is like everything about this is like perfect.
I think Cranes in the Sky is one of the most I love that song so much.
Like every song on here, like Mad, like the interludes too with Master P, like talking and like it goes so well, and he's talking about black excellence and blackness and all this type of stuff. Now you can feel how you feel about Master P, and I understand people have valid reasons to feel away about Master P.
This ain't about Master P.
It ain't about him. Okay, it goes so well with this album. I love Solange. I love this album. Like, I think it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? I think the feature choices on here are perfect. Like Lil Wayne, Sampha, Q-Tip.
Yeah.
It's perfect. You know what I mean? Can't go wrong. This last album, now this album will always be with me, no matter what.
Okay.
Exit Island, if you gave me one album to take from my whole collection, it's this album. Low End Theory.
Oh.
My favorite hip hop album, my favorite album ever. It's the album that got me into really loving hip hop the way I like it. Like I heard the album obviously as like a kid, because like, you know, the reruns of like MTV videos, ET, they play like the old videos. But when I was like downloading music and like really getting into it, this was the album that really got me into it. Like the sample, the lyricism, like you can like they paint a picture so vividly on some of these songs. You know, like this album to me is just perfect. Like this is my first album too. I got this as a gift. Shout out to you because I'm not saying your name, but shout out to you for giving me this. This album is perfect though. Like Scenario, like I quote this album all the time. I do in random conversation. Some people be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm talking. Like I'm talking life and Q-Tip.
Yeah.
To me, this album will always be with me because of how important it is to me. The sound of this album too. This album sounds like it's supposed to be played on a record. Like, it sounds like perfect for a record player because of like the jazz influence and stuff like that. It's just so smooth. Like, and this album, this one, because I have another copy of this. This one, it got like the little crackly, like little sound to it. And some people hate it. I like it. I like the little cracks into it and stuff like that. But this album will forever be with me. There's obviously other albums.
Yeah.
I'm leaving out. Like, obviously, there's some Kendrick that I would want to take. Like Shea Butter Baby.
Yeah, but it's only 5. You just gotta do what you gotta do.
I asked this question to other people. I understand it's a hard question, and it's supposed to be hard. Like it's not supposed to. I really want when I ask that question is for people to basically show off their 5 and like explain their reasoning why like those 5 because they be having memories attached to it.
Yeah.
But those are my 5. Yeah.
That's good. Those are solid. The Solange, yeah, that's solid. And a lot of these covers are so sick, like and creative.
Yeah. That's another thing. Like, look at the artwork on this.
Yeah, that's sick.
Like, look at this.
I love her.
That's so black.
I would love to see her in concert. She don't do too much on the touring, but I'd love it. I'd love to see it.
I need to calm his ass down. That little nigga be wilding. You got how your mama and your auntie are?
No, it's crazy. That's expected when you got
your ass down. Your uncle is Jay-Z. Nigga, chill out.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, he living a different life, but
you don't know. But this has been Pressing Matters. I have been Jamal. I've been interviewed by my sister. Shout out to her. I would put her follows in here, but I don't know if she wants y'all to be following her.
You don't have to. I feel like there's nothing to see. Nothing to see.
Yeah. We don't know when the Harris show is coming back. So for the 5 people who asked me, we're busy, okay? We're busy.
Coming soon.
Nah, don't even.
Soon. We'll drop for sure this year.
But this has been Pressing Matters. I've been your boy Jamal Radio Raheem. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.